Hey everyone, Ed Dudley coming at you with another connected conversation. And I'm excited today because I have my good friend on the line, Dr. Holly Sullenger. Hey Holly, how you doing?
I'm great, Ed. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy day to sit down and chat with me a little bit.
I appreciate it as well.
Well, I know everyone in the triangle already knows you, but there might be a few people that don't know you and more importantly, don't know what you're actually doing these days. So if you can just reintroduce yourself to some and introduce yourself to others and just tell us a little bit about what you do.
I appreciate that so much. I am a corporate speaker, trainer, and consultant. And I love, Ed, I love working with anybody who's working nowadays to help them stay relevant and help them take on new tools so that they're more successful in the course of their day. I work with leaders. I work with factory workers, and all of the different people in between. And I enjoy absolutely every group that I've worked with, and every day is a different day and a pleasure. So I do actually content in 3 different topic areas. I do leadership, I do professional development, and I also do technology. And I'm so often asked to come speak at conferences or seminars or symposiums. And then there's other days that companies ask me to come in and help them figure out what's going on with the team, or help a leader figure out better ways of communicating, or help an entire group of engineers figure out how to create a database for their project results. So every single day is different, and I love it.
Wow, sounds like you got your hands full.
I do. But I love, again, I really enjoy it. And I think it's so funny. I've done many things in my life, but I've always been in the field of adult education because to me, my passion is seeing others succeed and take on new knowledge and be comfortable with it. So that's really where I enjoy the light bulb moments that go on for others. That's my passion.
Absolutely love it. So talk to me a little bit about the professional development trainings. What does that look like?
That's a good question. It's like, what is a professional develop? Yeah. But professional development is one of my biggest topics is how to create your own internal board of directors.
Love it.
Which I've done with you. Yeah. And it's basically teaching all of us as professionals, no matter what we do. You can be working in a fast food restaurant, you can be running a corporation, but you're going to be a lot more effective if you have a group of people around you that are there to fill in areas where you're not as strong or to help give you great sound advice. And so we talk about the 10 different types of people that everybody should have in their lives so that they're more successful. And of course, we talk about giving back and being on the boards of other people's lives as well.
Absolutely love it. So 2020 has been a interesting year.
Yeah,
I'll leave it like that. An interesting year. With everything that's been going on so far year to date, how are you doing mentally, emotionally, physically, and how's the business going?
That's a really good question. I think the first 2 weeks of COVID, I was like everybody else, and my mind was blown, and I felt immobile, and I thought I was going to lose all of my clients because most of them did call and say, we're going to cancel, hold off, reschedule. But at the end of the first week and into the second week, my clients took a look at what was going on and said, we don't see an end in sight for this. So can we take what you do for us and take it virtual? And I was very fortunate in that regard. Not only did all of my clients but one come back with all of their events, I got even more things that I was asked to do because I was willing to, employers didn't know what to do with all their employees staying at home. So they thought, why not train them, And I've had an absolute blast working with so many different groups. Not only, that's the other thing, I no longer am stuck with doing it just in our area. Yeah. Everything that I used to do was in person. And so now I'm working with teams in Maryland and in Pennsylvania, and I'm working with teams in California. And, we can all do it from the comfort of our own home. And I've worked really hard to try to make it just as interactive as it would be in person, which is always a challenge. But you know what? Physically, I'm better because I actually have time now. The time that I used to spend in a car or in a plane, I now have recouped. I now have my lunch hours to do with whatever I want. I'm not at a client site and, feeling obligated to go and eat with my customers. So I'm getting a lot more done and I'm a lot healthier at the same time.
Well, great. So the follow-up question I used to ask everyone to that, and you pretty much answered is, have you found a silver lining?
Mhm.
It sounds like you have, reclaiming a lot of your time back.
Yeah. And we need to, in addition to keeping ourselves intellectually stimulated, mentally well, we need to always work on our physical selves to make sure that our bodies are ready to propel us forward. And I know that the last year, Ed, while I was working on getting my PhD and working in a job that was real consuming, I kind of let some of that go by the wayside, and it was showing. And
Yeah.
I feel so much better and so much more ready to like just tackle whatever now that I'm being better to myself.
Well, that's great, and I noticed via the pictures because we follow each other on social media that you're out walking a little bit more and taking some pictures of the gorgeous flowers that are sitting out there. So great.
Yeah.
So, what are you working on right now that you'd love to share with us?
Well, I would absolutely love to let people know about my open enrollment offerings. I have always been a corporate trainer, so I haven't done a lot of open enrollment things for just people who are interested in taking classes. And lately, I've had either people who are in companies where they were on vacation or something, and were unable to take the classes that I was offering, or just people who've heard about them from a spouse, a significant other, a friend, and who've said, I want to do that. I need that experience. And I had a little bit of time at the end of this month, so I have scheduled some of those events through Eventbrite. I have Dr. Holly Speaks is on Eventbrite. Yeah, the links are basically, I've got 4 classes that I'm offering. 3 of them have to do with Microsoft Excel because that's everybody's trying to get their hands around data analytics right now.
Mm.
And the 4th one is on how to create winning presentations, how to do a better job with elusive PowerPoint and coming up with a topic and making that topic, getting it across to others the way that you want to.
Well, absolutely love it. So, as a community, how can we support Dr. Holly Speaks?
If anybody out there knows of anybody who needs either technology or professional development or leadership training, and I can help, I would be honored to help. My website is www.drhollyspeaks.com. And you can reach out to me on email at drhollyspeaks@gmail.com. And I'm happy to help anybody in any area where I can help somebody, again, stay relevant, take on a new tool, or just become more successful and working smarter rather than harder.
I absolutely love it. So we appreciate what you're doing out there. And I will give a plug for Dr. Holly. I think it was last year I had her come in and speak to a group, and she did the presentation on how to develop your own internal board of directors. And to this day, I am still utilizing some of the tools that she gave us. It's an amazing presentation. Some of us think about it from time to time, but she showed us a more formal way to go about it. So I definitely highly recommend that one and a lot of the other ones that she's doing. So, Holly, we appreciate you. Thank you for all that you're doing out there. This has been another connected conversation with the amazing Dr. Holly Sullenger. Definitely reach out to her, www.drhollyspeaks.com. There is a lot of stuff that she does and that she didn't even talk about today. So reach out to her. You definitely will not regret it. And I appreciate you guys tuning in with me. And this has been another connected conversation. And until the next time, we'll talk with you soon and be blessed. Take care, everybody.
Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.